The woman who walks alone is not just a figure of strength, but a beacon of resilience, a testament to what it means to carve out your path in a world that often tells you to follow the crowd. She is the embodiment of courage, the kind of courage that allows one to embrace solitude, face fears, and rise above challenges. She does not walk alone because she has to, but because she chooses to. In her solitude, she finds clarity. In her solitude, she finds her power. Walking alone is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of profound inner strength. Society often glorifies companionship, togetherness, and belonging to groups, but few recognize the quiet yet immense power of those who dare to step away from the familiar, the comfortable, and the expected. The woman who walks alone dares to ask questions that others are afraid to confront. She asks, "Who am I when no one is looking? What do I stand for when no one else agrees? What is my truth?" And in answering these questions, she discovers her essence, her purpose, and her unshakable self-worth. Her journey is not without obstacles. The path of solitude is often steep, rocky, and unforgiving. There are moments of doubt when she questions whether she's made the right choice. Moments when the voices of the world try to drown out her inner voice, telling her she's too different, too bold, too ambitious. Yet she persists, not because it's easy, but because she knows that her growth lies beyond her comfort zone. She understands that the trials she faces are not meant to break her, but to shape her into the person she is meant to become. There is a misconception that walking alone means being lonely. But the woman who walks alone is never truly lonely. She has learned to enjoy her own company, to find peace in the quiet, and to draw strength from within. She understands that solitude is not emptiness, but a space to grow, to reflect, and to dream. In her solitude, she finds her creativity, her passions, and her purpose. She learns to listen to her heart, unfiltered by the noise of the world, and follows it fearlessly. The woman who walks alone is not immune to fear. She feels it, just like everyone else. But what sets her apart is her relationship with fear. She does not let it control her or dictate her choices. Instead, she uses it as a compass, guiding her toward the things that truly matter. She understands that fear is often a sign that she's on the brink of something significant, something transformative. So instead of running from it, she faces it head on, knowing that every step she takes through fear brings her closer to her goals. As she walks her path, she inspires others, often without realizing it. People watch her not because she seeks their attention, but because her determination, her grace, and her unwavering sense of self are magnetic. She shows others what's possible when you refuse to settle for less than you deserve, when you refuse to let the opinions of others define you. She proves that it's okay to be different, to stand out, and to forge your path, even when it feels like the whole world is walking in the opposite direction. Her journey is a reminder that success is not about fitting into a mold or meeting someone else's expectations. It's about living authentically, staying true to your values, and pursuing your dreams with relentless passion. The woman who walks alone does not measure her worth by the number of people who approve of her or the accolades she receives. Her sense of self comes from within, from knowing that she is living a life of purpose and integrity. This journey of walking alone is not static, it evolves. As she grows and learns, her path may intersect with others. She may find companions who share her vision, her values, and her passions. But these connections are not based on dependency or conformity. They are built on mutual respect and the understanding that each person must walk their own path, even as they support one another. To walk alone requires immense self-belief. The world is full of doubters, naysayers, and critics who will try to discourage her. They will tell her that her dreams are too big, her goals too ambitious, her vision too unrealistic. But the woman who walks alone has learned to trust herself above all else. She knows that the only limits are the ones she sets for herself, and she refuses to let anyone else's fears or insecurities hold her back. Her walk is not about proving others wrong, it's about proving herself right. It's about showing herself that she is capable, that she is strong, that she does enough. She does not walk alone to isolate herself, but to discover the strength that comes from within. In doing so, she becomes unshakable, a force to be reckoned with, someone who cannot be swayed by external pressures or challenges. The woman who walks alone understands the value of perseverance. She knows that the road will not always be smooth, but she also knows that every challenge is an opportunity to grow. She embraces failure as a stepping stone, a chance to learn and improve. She does not fear setbacks because she understands that they are a natural part of any journey worth taking. Her resilience is her greatest asset, enabling her to rise stronger after every fall. In walking alone, she redefines success. It's no longer about wealth, fame, or validation from others. It's about fulfillment, impact, and living a life that aligns with her values. She finds joy in the journey, not just the destination. She celebrates the small victories, the lessons learned, and the progress made. Every step she takes is a testament to her courage, her determination, and her belief in herself. The woman who walks alone is a reminder that true strength comes from within. She shows us that we don't need to conform to societal expectations or seek validation from others to live a meaningful life. Her journey teaches us that the most important relationship we will ever have is the one we have with ourselves. By embracing who we are and walking our path with authenticity and courage, we too can find our strength, our purpose, and our happiness. So, to every woman who walks alone, keep walking. Your journey is not just for you, it's a light for others, a beacon of hope for those who may one day find themselves at a crossroads. You are proof that walking alone is not just a choice, but a powerful declaration of independence, resilience, and unwavering self-belief. Walking alone is an act of courage and self-reliance, a deliberate choice to embrace independence in a world that often values conformity and collective validation. It is a declaration that your path, your dreams, and your goals are worthy, even if no one else sees them as clearly as you do. The power of walking alone lies in the freedom it provides, the freedom to explore your individuality, trust your instincts, and define success on your terms. When you walk alone, you step away from the distractions of others' opinions, expectations, and judgments. This solitude creates space for self-reflection, allowing you to connect deeply with your inner self. You begin to hear your own voice above the noise, recognizing your values, passions, and desires. This clarity is the foundation of self-confidence, enabling you to make decisions that align with your authentic self. Walking alone often means stepping into the unknown, away from the comfort of familiar surroundings or the support of a group. It is not an easy choice, but it is a necessary one for growth. The challenges you face along the way are opportunities to build resilience and resourcefulness. You learn to solve problems, adapt to changes, and overcome obstacles, not because someone else showed you how, but because you discovered your strength within. This journey is not about isolation, but empowerment. It's about proving to yourself that you are capable of standing on your own, facing fears, and pursuing your dreams with relentless determination. The power of walking alone lies in the realization that your worth is not tied to others' validation or approval. It is rooted in the courage to stay true to yourself, even when the world doubts or misunderstands you. By walking alone, you inspire others to do the same. Your journey becomes a testament to what is possible when you embrace solitude as a tool for self-discovery and growth. It shows others that they, too, can find strength in their individuality and courage in their convictions. Walking alone is not just a step away from the crowd, it is a step toward your best self. Walking alone is rarely an easy journey. The path is often filled with obstacles that test your resolve, strength, and determination. Yet these challenges are not barriers to success, they are essential elements of growth. Overcoming them transforms you, refining your character and sharpening your skills, making you stronger and more resilient with every step forward. One of the greatest obstacles is doubt, both self-doubt and the doubts cast by others. When you walk alone, you are often met with skepticism. People may question your choices, your ambitions, or your ability to succeed without their approval or support. This can be discouraging, but it is also an opportunity. You come to realize that fear is not a sign to turn back, but a signal that you are stepping into uncharted territory where growth happens. Each time you confront and overcome fear, you expand your capacity for courage and discover just how capable you are. Isolation can also feel like an obstacle. Without the immediate validation of a group, it's easy to feel lonely or uncertain. But walking alone is an opportunity to redefine solitude as a source of strength rather than a weakness. In this space, you build a deeper relationship with yourself, learning to rely on your inner resources and finding peace in your own company. Every obstacle along the way is a lesson. Failures teach you perseverance, setbacks teach you resilience, and criticism teaches you discernment. Instead of viewing challenges as reasons to quit, the woman who walks alone sees them as stepping stones to her goals. She embraces the discomfort of growth, knowing that the journey itself is shaping her into a stronger, wiser, and more determined individual. Overcoming obstacles is not just about reaching the destination, it's about becoming the person who can. Each challenge conquered adds to your confidence and proves that you have what it takes to navigate any path, no matter how daunting. Loneliness is often perceived as a weakness, a void that needs to be filled with companionship or external validation. However, for the woman who walks alone, loneliness transforms into empowerment. She redefines solitude not as emptiness, but as a space for growth, self-reflection, and strength. It becomes a sanctuary where she discovers her true self and builds an unshakable foundation of confidence and independence. In solitude, she learns to embrace her own company and listen to her inner voice. Free from the distractions of the world, she finds clarity in her thoughts, aligns with her values, and focuses on her goals. This time alone allows her to reconnect with her passions, reflect on her choices, and dream without limitations. She realizes that solitude is not an absence of connection, but a deeper connection with herself. The ability to enjoy being alone is a powerful skill. It fosters emotional resilience and self-sufficiency, teaching her that her happiness and fulfillment are not dependent on others. She becomes her own source of validation, capable of celebrating her achievements and finding joy in her journey without needing external approval. This independence liberates her from the fear of being alone and empowers her to make choices that align with her true self, even if they diverge from societal expectations. Redefining loneliness also involves shifting the narrative around silence. Instead of fearing it, she embraces it as a moment of peace and introspection. In silence, she gains a deeper understanding of her strengths and weaknesses, turning perceived vulnerabilities into opportunities for growth. She sees solitude as a gift, a chance to recharge, refocus, and move forward with renewed purpose. She discovers that empowerment lies not in avoiding loneliness, but in embracing it. Solitude becomes her ally, a tool for personal development and a reminder of her inner strength. By walking alone, she sets an example for others, showing that true empowerment comes from within. She proves that being alone is not a limitation, but a powerful choice to prioritize self-discovery, authenticity, and a life lived on her terms. Fear is often seen as an obstacle, a signal to retreat or avoid a path that feels uncertain or uncomfortable. However, for the woman who walks alone, fear is not something to be avoided, it becomes her compass. She recognizes that fear often points toward opportunities for growth, transformation, and fulfillment. Instead of letting it paralyze her, she leans into it, understanding that her greatest breakthroughs lie on the other side of her fears. Walking alone requires confronting many fears: the fear of failure, the fear of judgment, and the fear of the unknown. These fears are natural and universal, but what sets her apart is her ability to face them head-on. She understands that fear is not an indicator of inadequacy, but a sign that she is venturing into new and uncharted territory. It is a testament to her ambition and courage, a reminder that she is pushing beyond her comfort zone towards something meaningful. Rather than allowing fear to dictate her decisions, she reframes it as a teacher. Fear forces her to pause and assess, to consider the risks and rewards of her choices. It sharpens her focus and helps her prioritize what truly matters. In this way, fear becomes a catalyst for action rather than a barrier. Each time she takes a step forward, despite her fears, she builds confidence and resilience, proving to herself that she is capable of overcoming even the most daunting challenges. Fear also serves as a reminder of her humanity. It keeps her grounded and humble, reminding her that the journey of walking alone is not about perfection, but about perseverance. She accepts that fear will always be present in moments of growth and change. Instead of fighting it, she learns to coexist with it, using it as motivation to keep moving forward. By treating fear as a guide rather than an enemy, she redefines what it means to be brave. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the decision to act in spite of it. With each fear she confronts, she becomes stronger, more self-assured, and more attuned to her purpose. Fear becomes her compass, leading her not away from challenges, but directly toward the life she is meant to create. Building self-belief is the cornerstone of walking alone. It is the inner foundation that empowers you to stand tall, pursue your dreams, and stay steadfast in the face of challenges. For the woman who walks alone, self-belief is not just an innate trait, it is cultivated through deliberate actions, self-reflection, and consistent effort. It is the unwavering trust in her abilities, her decisions, and her potential to achieve greatness. Self-belief begins with knowing yourself deeply. It requires taking the time to understand your values, strengths, and passions. By recognizing what truly matters to you, you gain clarity about your purpose and the path you want to walk. This self-awareness forms the bedrock of confidence, allowing you to make decisions that align with your authentic self. Each choice rooted in authenticity reinforces your trust in your judgment and strengthens your belief in your ability to navigate life independently. Action is a key ingredient in building self-belief. Every small step you take toward your goals, despite fear or doubt, adds to your confidence. Successes, no matter how minor, become proof of your capability. Even failures contribute to self-belief because they teach you resilience and perseverance. They remind you that setbacks are not the end, but part of the journey, opportunities to learn and grow stronger. With each challenge you overcome, you reinforce the understanding that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. Another vital element of self-belief is silencing the inner critic. The voice that tells you you're not enough, or that your dreams are too ambitious, can be persistent. However, the woman who walks alone learns to replace self-doubt with self-encouragement. She becomes her own greatest advocate, reminding herself of her worth and potential. Positive self-talk and affirmations become tools for nurturing her belief in herself. Building self-belief also means setting boundaries and trusting yourself over the opinions of others. The woman who walks alone understands that her path is unique and that not everyone will understand or support her choices. She learns to differentiate between constructive feedback and unwarranted criticism, using the former to grow and the latter as fuel to prove herself. Self-belief is about recognizing that the power to succeed lies within. It's about showing up for yourself time and again, knowing that you are enough and that you have what it takes to achieve your dreams. With self-belief, walking alone becomes not a daunting task, but an empowering journey of self-discovery and accomplishment. Authentic success is not measured by external accolades, wealth, or the approval of others. For the woman who walks alone, success is deeply personal. It is the alignment of her actions with her values, the fulfillment of her purpose, and the joy of living a life true to herself. Walking alone allows her to define success on her terms, unburdened by societal expectations or comparisons to others. Authentic success begins with clarity of purpose. It requires looking inward to understand what truly matters, what brings joy, and what impact she wants to create in the world. Purpose is not always immediately apparent. It unfolds as she explores her passions, embraces challenges, and listens to her inner voice. This self-awareness forms the foundation of her journey, guiding her choices and ensuring that her actions align with her vision of a meaningful life. Unlike conventional notions of success, which often emphasize material achievements, authentic success prioritizes fulfillment and personal growth. It is about pursuing goals that resonate deeply, even if they don't conform to societal norms. It's about finding joy in the process rather than fixating solely on the destination. The woman who walks alone celebrates every step forward, recognizing that each small victory contributes to a life of purpose. Walking alone teaches her that purpose is not static, it evolves as she grows and learns. Her goals may shift, and her understanding of success may deepen, but her commitment to living authentically remains constant. She understands that purpose is not something to be achieved, but something to be lived every day. Whether through her work, relationships, or personal endeavors, she strives to align her actions with her core values, creating a life that feels rich and meaningful. Authentic success also involves contributing to the world in a way that feels true to her. This might mean uplifting others, pursuing creative expression, or challenging norms to inspire change. Her impact, no matter the scale, becomes a source of fulfillment because it stems from her unique gifts and passions. Authentic success is about living a life of integrity and purpose. It is the quiet satisfaction of knowing that every decision, every effort, and every moment reflects her truest self. For the woman who walks alone, this authenticity is the greatest achievement, a testament to her courage, resilience, and unwavering commitment to her journey. The journey of walking alone is not a fixed path, but a dynamic process of growth, self-discovery, and transformation. It evolves with time, shaped by experiences, lessons, and the woman's deepening understanding of herself and her purpose. Each step she takes, whether forward or through detours, contributes to the unfolding of her unique story. In the beginning, the journey may feel uncertain and daunting. Breaking away from the comfort of familiar surroundings or the approval of others requires immense courage. There are moments of hesitation, where the weight of doubt and fear feels overwhelming. Yet it is in these early stages that she begins to build resilience. She learns to trust herself and take the first steps, knowing that clarity often comes through action rather than overthinking. As she progresses, the challenges she faces shape her into a stronger, more self-assured individual. Obstacles that once seemed insurmountable become opportunities to grow. Failures, rather than being setbacks, serve as stepping stones, teaching her invaluable lessons about perseverance and adaptability. She discovers that each difficulty she overcomes brings her closer to her goals and helps refine her vision. The journey also evolves through the relationships she encounters along the way. While she walks alone, her path intersects with others who inspire, support, or challenge her. These connections, whether fleeting or enduring, add richness to her experience. She learns to appreciate the value of genuine relationships that align with her values and purpose, while letting go of those that no longer serve her growth. Over time, her perspective shifts. What once felt like isolation becomes a source of empowerment. She no longer sees herself as walking alone, but as walking in alignment with her truth. The solitude she once feared becomes a space for reflection and renewal. Her confidence deepens as she realizes that her journey is uniquely her own. And the milestones she achieves, no matter how unconventional, are meaningful, because they resonate with her heart. The evolution of the journey is a testament to her courage and adaptability. It shows that growth is not linear, but a continuous process of learning and becoming. Through every twist and turn, the woman who walks alone discovers more about herself, her purpose, and her capacity for greatness. Her journey becomes a living embodiment of her strength and an inspiration for others to embrace their paths with authenticity and courage. For the woman who walks alone, success is not defined by societal standards or external measures like wealth, status, or the approval in terms of material possessions or outward recognition. She understands that real success comes from living in accordance with her own principles and pursuing the goals that matter most to her. For her, success is the ability to live each day with purpose, to take actions that align with her passions, and to honor her own path without being swayed by external expectations. Redefining success also means embracing the journey rather than focusing solely on the destination. The woman who walks alone understands that each step, whether large or small, contributes to her growth and self-discovery. Success is not simply about reaching a final goal, it's about the lessons learned, the challenges faced, and the resilience built along the way. She values progress over perfection and recognizes that every experience, even the failures and setbacks, holds valuable lessons that shape her into a stronger and wiser individual. For the woman who walks alone, success is rooted in inner peace and fulfillment. It's about feeling content with who she is, knowing that she is living authentically and making decisions that honor her true self. She seeks personal satisfaction, not validation from others, and finds joy in the process of growth, self-expression, and exploration. Success is no longer about fitting into a societal mold, but about creating a life that feels meaningful and true to her unique vision. Redefining success is an act of empowerment. It allows the woman who walks alone to live on her own terms, free from the constraints of conventional expectations. She sets her own standards, measures her own progress, and celebrates the victories that matter most to her. By embracing this new definition of success, she paves the way for others to do the same, proving that true success is not about conforming, but about embracing your individuality and living a life that aligns with your heart and soul. The woman who walks alone understands that the journey itself is as important, if not more, than the destination. Finding joy in the journey is about cultivating a mindset that appreciates the present moment, embraces the process, and celebrates the small victories along the way. For her, the path is not just about achieving goals, but about finding fulfillment in each step and each experience. Joy in the journey starts with shifting the focus from the outcome to the experience itself. Instead of being solely fixated on reaching a particular milestone or goal, she learns to savor the day-to-day moments that shape her path. Whether it's the quiet moments of self-reflection, the thrill of learning something new, or the small acts of progress that accumulate over time, she finds joy in the act of living her truth and pursuing her passions. Walking alone gives her the space to connect more deeply with herself and the world around her. She finds happiness in solitude, where she is free from distractions and able to appreciate the beauty in simple things, the sunrise, the quiet of nature, or the joy of an accomplishment, no matter how minor it may seem. These moments of peace and contentment reinforce her connection to the present, reminding her that life is not about rushing toward an end, but about fully experiencing every phase along the way. The woman who walks alone also understands that joy comes from the freedom to make choices that align with her values. Each decision she makes, whether big or small, is an opportunity to honor her true self. The ability to live authentically and without compromise brings a deep sense of satisfaction and fulfillment, knowing that she is creating a life that resonates with her soul. Finding joy in the journey means embracing imperfections and celebrating progress over perfection. It is about acknowledging that the road will have bumps, detours, and challenges, but those experiences are part of what makes the journey meaningful. She embraces the lessons learned from mistakes, the strength built through setbacks, and the sense of accomplishment that comes from overcoming obstacles. Ultimately, the woman who walks alone finds joy in the journey because she has learned to see life as a series of moments worth living. Each step, each challenge, and each victory is part of her personal story, a story that is uniquely hers and is worth celebrating. By finding joy in the journey, she not only enriches her own life but inspires others to do the same, proving that true happiness comes from living fully in the present and embracing the beauty of the path you're on. For the woman who walks alone, true strength comes not from external sources, but from within herself. It is an inner power, a quiet resilience that grows from a deep sense of self-awareness, self-belief, and the courage to face whatever life presents. This strength is not always loud or obvious, but it is steady and unwavering, rooted in her understanding of who she is and empowering her to stand firm in her convictions, even when faced with challenges or criticism. The source of her strength also lies in the lessons she has learned along the way. Each experience, whether positive or negative, has contributed to her growth and development. She has faced setbacks and adversity, and in doing so, she has discovered her own capacity for resilience. The woman who walks alone knows that she is capable of handling whatever life throws her way because she has done so before. She has faced her fears, made difficult decisions, and overcome obstacles, each of which has fortified her inner strength. This inner strength is also nurtured by a strong sense of purpose. When the woman who walks alone knows why she is doing something, when she is clear about her goals, her passions, and her values, she is fueled by a deep motivation that comes from within. Her purpose becomes the driving force that keeps her moving forward, even when the path is hard or uncertain. She draws strength from the belief that her journey is meaningful, and that every step she takes is in alignment with her greater vision. Moreover, strength from within is about embracing independence and learning to rely on herself. While she may seek support or guidance from others, she understands that her true power lies in her ability to trust her own instincts and make decisions that reflect her true desires. This independence is not about isolation, but about knowing that she has the internal resources to navigate life's challenges with confidence and self-reliance. Strength from within is the foundation for everything the woman who walks alone achieves. It is the quiet force that propels her forward, helping her to stay grounded, true to herself, and unwavering in the face of adversity. It is the strength that tells her she is capable of living her best life, creating her own success and inspiring others to do the same. The woman who walks alone becomes a beacon of courage for others. Her journey, marked by self-reliance, resilience, and unwavering belief in herself, serves as a powerful example of what is possible when you trust your own path and embrace the challenges that come with it. By walking with courage, she inspires others to do the same, showing them that they too have the strength to face their fears, pursue their dreams, and live authentically. Her courage is contagious. It's not just about overcoming obstacles, but about choosing to take bold steps, even when the road is uncertain. She proves that courage isn't the absence of fear, but the willingness to take action in spite of it. Her courage isn't about grand gestures, but about showing up every day, making choices that reflect her values, and staying true to herself no matter what. This daily act of bravery encourages others to do the same, to trust themselves, to take risks, and to pursue their own dreams, even if the journey feels lonely at times. By living her truth, the woman who walks alone demonstrates that courage isn't always loud or dramatic sometimes. It's the quiet decisions that have the most profound impact. It's in the moments when she chooses to walk her own path, even when others may not understand or support her. It's in her willingness to fail and get back up, to keep moving forward despite setbacks. Her courage teaches others that their own inner strength is enough to carry them through difficult times and to guide them toward the life they truly desire. Through her example, others are reminded that they don't need to wait for permission to live their truth. The woman who walks alone shows that true empowerment comes from within. That courage is a practice, a muscle that grows stronger with every decision, every challenge, and every step forward. As she continues her journey, she unknowingly lights the way for others, proving that the most powerful thing anyone can do is to believe in themselves and their ability to create the life they want. As we close, remember that your courage, your resilience, and your authenticity are the very things that inspire others. Keep walking your path with confidence, knowing that your actions create ripples of inspiration that can change the lives of those around you. Keep shining your light brightly and trust that in doing so, you are making the world a better place, one courageous step at a time. With that, I wish you the strength to continue your journey, the courage to overcome every challenge, and the joy that comes from walking your own unique path. Keep inspiring, keep believing, and keep walking forward with purpose.